We have lost a WWE legend, the longest tenured WWE member as of today, other than Vince McMahon. He came up with the name WrestleMania. He was synonymous with WrestleMania up until, 2016, I believe it was, at every one. And he will be missed. And new member of heaven, Howard Finkel, the Fink.
Yes, I loved watching the Fink. Even after he wasn't like the regular ring announcer, when he came back to do it, it was always really exciting. That's the first announcer I really remember being like, oh yeah, I really like this guy. And I remember him.
Whenever you had a new champion, you knew it was special because Howard Finkel would go, and no! And that was it.
Yeah.
Even like the end of a match that you weren't quite sure what the ending was, you were like, wait, how did that end? And then you waited for Howard Finkel, and he would let you know. And still, and no! It was the best. Plus, that mustache, Selleck level mustache.
I agree. R.I.P. Fink.
R.I.P. indeed.
And I am DJ Mark.
And we are live
to tape
from our respective house, and this is a couple of marks.
Yes, welcome to our first show of 2020, 4 months in the midst of a global pandemic. But here we are, baby.
We are live. Coming to your ear.
So on today's show, we give you a breakdown of what went on Black Wednesday, as I believe the internet is calling it, the IWC.
Yeah.
Who got released by the WWE and what that means for them and pro wrestling now.
And where possibly could they go? I don't know. And we're also going to break down 2 classic matches with our good friend, Brother Sergio.
That is in the main event of the evening, and as the man he's here. Hold on. This is pro wrestling. He could have just popped out of nowhere, man. That's Scott Hall.
He's Scott Hall, man. I walked out to the audience during a match that, why is this on Nitro?
Yeah.
He was still in his chaps when he was wrestling. I don't quite understand how that match even worked out.
Chaps?
He was wearing chaps on top of his jeans. There's no way you're going to wrestle a good match in that.
Who? Scott Hall?
Scott Hall definitely was
the guy in the ring. It was Mike Enos, I believe.
See, I don't care about Mike Enos, so I don't remember those moments.
Yeah, he's a footmark on the history of pro wrestling now.
I guess that's fair. He was involved. He was involved in it. Okay, I've never been over like that. So okay.
How many matches has Scott Hall interrupted for you?
In my dreams, so many.
All of them.
We had the same birthday, man.
It's a nightmare. It's a ongoing nightmare. It's a recurring nightmare where I finally make it to the WWE, but Scott Hall
comes in every time.
Well, every time.
This is Brother Sergio. Welcome back to wrestling.
Yes.
One of the reasons we wanted to have you on was to talk about some of the stuff you are catching up on now. And
let's hit you real quick. What's your thoughts on the Fink passing away?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it seems like heaven needed someone to announce the Angels when they came in. But no,
a hell of a one.
When you think 80s WWF and 90s WWF, you think Jack Tunney, you think Coliseum Home Video,
Gorilla Monsoon,
Johnny Polo. I mean, you think that you might not think Johnny.
I don't think Johnny Polo at all.
But you definitely think the Fink, You think the Fink.
You think the Fink?
Where's that shirt?
And the fact that he always wore a tuxedo, it's just like, man,
Classy.
this is important.
It
This
is.
is an important thing that we're watching. These men wrestling in their boots and panties.
Listen.
This is important.
Hulk Hogan and Mr. T in the same ring is important, and that man just told me so.
Yeah, he's wearing a tuxedo.
He was the buffers where the buffers were the buffers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke the mold.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace, Howard Fink, as we said earlier. So let's jump right into it, right? Like, because some shit has happened. Not only are we in the midst of a global pandemic, but the WWE fired like 650 of their staff.
I mean, 84%.
This is like par for the course after WrestleMania, right?
Sure, but it feels especially like large this time around. Right. And obviously,
they don't genuinely have income coming in other than a merchandise and their the network. So
agreed. And I'm not saying it's unprecedented, but it's just a lot of people and a lot of good people too. Like that's the thing. Like Kurt Angle, man, they let go of Kurt Angle. Kurt freaking Angel.
Angel.
I mean, where does he go though? A lot of these guys.
Where does any of these guys go?
The question is, where do they go?
The indie scene is non-existent right now.
I mean, wrestling in general, unless you are in fact WWE or AEW, who's been doing a great job with their empty arena matches, you don't have a job. Sorry, like it's kind of nil skis until hopefully fall. And even then, how do you do crowds? Like that's the thing that you got to start looking at is how do these companies do crowds after this?
I mean, they don't, but they won't for a while.
I mean, I don't think Impact's running any. Like,
they've taped some stuff. Right? I think they are. Yeah.
Well, good for them.
I think we'll see more. Like people with TV contracts will still be around, but like, what about VIP wrestling in Dallas? That's probably not going to happen. That sucks. That changes wrestling like altogether, really.
Now, I guess the other question is, if somebody were to stream it, would people still be watching it? Because obviously WWE still put the product out, AEW, but like, are you going to check out your local scene?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting question we did there. But like, let's say all this does come back around fall time. Where do you think some of these people will go? Do you think the Good Brothers are going back to Japan?
I would, wouldn't you?
I mean,
they're freaking gods over there.
Yeah, and if you come back, holy shit.
What if they come in and they're like, oh, Tama Tonga, you think you're the Bullet Club? I'm the fucking Bullet Club.
Boom. That's how you get Bullet Club versus Bullet Club again.
Be beautiful.
Or unless they just join up with the Bullet Club, but then they
could. That's fine too.
Yeah, but they both got a feud over the tag titles. How does that even work?
I don't know.
Okay. Who knows?
Who all got released? I guess let's talk about some of the names that got released.
Sure, Joe, hit us with that list.
You want me? Do I have access to that now?
Yeah, you edited it. You should have access to it.
Yeah, but then I need a permission to re-access it. So I don't. And then I asked for permission, and I never got it.
Oh my goodness!
I just did it again. So you guys, this is the kind of shit show you guys are running over here.
Yes, it is.
Well, the problem is, I think you need the passwords and the emails.
Hold on. I just have to change the advanced sharing properties. Ugh. Anyone with a link, you have a link. You should have it now, but I'll send it again.
Oh
bless you.
Thank you.
Bless your heart.
That must have been the Fink. He knew we were talking about him.
My ears are burning.
I would have loved to talk to that guy too.
But not really, because I don't have ears.
Whoa. That's not biblical, sir. It doesn't say anywhere in the Bible that we don't have ears.
I'm confused. How did he die?
He was old.
He also died at the coolest age, 69.
Oh, goodness.
69 isn't old, man. Like,
yeah, but if you're going to die at any age.
I mean, in wrestling, it is.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, as a wrestler, though.
All right, you got the list?
I got the list.
Hit us with a name off the list. Who got released?
Who made the list?
That you don't know, probably. Give us someone you do know.
Someone I do know. Well, you mentioned Kirk Angel.
Kirk Angel. He was a producer now, but yeah.
Let's see. We also got Rusev.
Let me tell you what it's not anymore. Rusev Day.
Not Rusev
It's not
Day.
Rusev Day.
That is shocking.
I was shocked too. I think his wife is still in. She's still there, right?
Yeah, she's still with Lashley, which makes still no sense in the world.
They'll release her in like 2 weeks after that angle's over, so it's fine.
It's been over.
Anyway,
We also got some other names. We got Epico and Primo. We got the Canellis.
They're still with the company.
Canellises.
They were, yeah. Both. Wait, the Canellises asked for their release, so really they just kind of got what they wanted.
Yeah, I see them going to. I mean, honestly, if I were them, I'd go to Impact or New Japan.
I'd go back to ROH, right? Well, I don't know. ROH kind of sucks right now. Sorry, ROH. You suck.
I love ROH, and they're in a transition period because Marty Scurll's starting to be co-booker, and I think he's going to start building that relationship again with New Japan. Because I believe he was going to be in the Best of the Super Juniors, but obviously that didn't happen. So he was going to be in there, and I think he's starting to rebuild that. Because that was a little shaky somehow, which makes no sense considering within a year it went real shaky. But he's starting to book again, and I think he's making a relationship. And he's obviously got a relationship with the NWA, which they were starting to catch fire. I don't know why.
They were. They were starting to catch fire. Into the Fire. I like what you did there.
Yeah,
that was the name of their TV show or YouTube show because it wasn't actually on TV. You should watch it. It's good.
It's pretty good.
And it's free.
Yeah, and it's free. Let's see. We also got Zack Ryder.
Woo woo woo. You don't know it.
Did anybody else see Cody Rhodes' gigantic?
Hashtag not there.
Yeah, like, Cody Rhodes. Put it out there, man.
He'll probably go to AEW.
If he ever did.
I bet Zack Ryder ends up in AEW.
Without a doubt.
Especially with the way that he just put him over like that on the internet. Like, of course, You know what name I was surprised to hear? Mike Chioda.
Referee Mike Chioda is gone.
What did he do?
He was too old to be a ref, I guess.
He's been there forever.
I know, since 1989.
What?
You're too old.
I didn't realize
old to be a ref. You're too damn old.
Now, a name I am happy about, EC3. That guy, I felt so bad. He did not get any, he was great in NXT, and then they brought him up to the main roster.
Was he great in NXT? I thought he was okay in NXT.
He wasn't there long to really be super great, but he was.
He wasn't. That's true.
He was only there for a cup of coffee.
Some shocking names, I think. Eric Rowan. Not Eric Rowan. Eric Young. I'm sorry. That's what I wish. I was like, Eric Rowan is literally being pushed right now. Or was.
Rowan also got released.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I see Eric Young right before it, or right after it.
Yeah, and Gallows.
You think 2/3 of the Wyatt family are going to be over in AEW?
Nah, I don't know.
Eric Rowan's not that great.
He's not. Brody Lee is a much better big man than
now. Eric Young, I see going back to Impact.
I could see that. I think it would be good. A nice way to kind of cap off because Eric Young's pretty old.
Plus, Scott D'Amore's doing the booking backstage. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah. Team Canada reunion.
Yep, and they're a Canadian company anyway, so. He's back with them, and they were an item at one point, which is quite odd.
A lot of backstage people got let go, like the aforementioned Kirk Angel,
Billy Kidman, Mike Rotunda,
Lance Storm, who just closed his school.
Oh,
4 months ago, he closed his school to start being an agent with him.
Well, that'll open up by Christmas time.
I mean, I guess.
Fit Finley.
Finley's gone.
Davari,